That's quite a bit better. There's just that rust stain. Probably try and give it some brake clean and stick my arm in there. Try it anyways, it's a pretty small hole. I'm not even going to try and loosen these. I'll just see if I can cut them. So taking off the one in my fire cat, this brass fitting that goes onto the fuel pump, it's unthreaded from the actual fuel pump. So the fuel pump wires are just getting sucked into the hole, and you can see that fitting is quite thin. So it's hard to get a hold on with the wrench, and it's 1 1/16 inch. So getting a wrench in there, you can't really maneuver it to the side to grab onto a lot of it. So I've decided to take the wires out of the connector, and I'll show you right here what I'm going to have to do. So if you ever run into this problem, there's a little black tab. You just press it down with a small screwdriver and then push out, and then that retainer comes out, but now the wires are actually still locked in there. So what you do is you take an O-ring pick, and you can see there's a bigger hole on the top. That's where the other lead connects into. So if you press your O-ring pick into the small little opening on the bottom, it depresses the little locking clip, and you can pull your wires right out. So again, if you press the O-ring pick into the small opening, depresses the locking clip, and your wires just pull right out. And if you ever mix match the colors, there is an A and a B on it. B is black, red is A. So I got it out. You can see the brass fitting is unthreaded. But here's the fuel pump out of my F7. So I ended up taking the old one off of the old fuel pump because the other one is just right stuck in there. And I'm just going to clean it up. This goes on in between. And then the nut goes on. And there's a washer in there too. But yeah, I'll lubricate this with oil before I put it on, and this O-ring, both sides, just to keep it nice and lubricated. So I forgot I had a bunch of new stuff. So I'm taking these ones and just using them as a reference. But yeah, there's the new lines, I guess. So here's the fuel pump all assembled. You can see the hoses aren't straight like the other ones were, so they got a little bit of a bend in them. But I hope it fits and sits flush. Before I put this pump back in, I'm going to put some 2-stroke oil. Again, I'm just going to put some 2-stroke oil. I'm not going to put the fill neck back on, just so I can make sure that everything works. But there's the pump in the tank. It sits pretty flat, and the ones in the far back there are in each corner. So it looks pretty good. Now, since I got these studs stuck in here, just gonna try the lazy way. See, and that was the problem I had in the tank. The insert spun in the aluminum. And that's what happens when it freaking bends. So that one's toast. And then this other one's probably going to do the same thing. Loosened. And then broke off again. Hit it with some penetrating oil. Oh, save that one. But I gotta see if I have a thread insert. Here's the stupid thing about these little bolts. Screws. They're fine threaded. And they're made out of something that rusts quite easily, and all my thread inserts, they're all coarse threaded, so they are not going to work. So I'm just going to go to the store, take this with me to get the proper countersunk and length, and then I might just take all these out and put in the thread inserts that I have. And I'll just use silicone, the right stuff, and I'll throw that on top of it when I cinch it down. Because this way did not work. What I think happened is that with the screws in there, I think water went around the screws and down the screw holes and through the threads. Because I don't know how else I would have got that much water in there to rust it that bad.